So let's take a look at GBPJPY. All right. And what GBPJPY is saying about today. Okay, we've done this analysis multiple times. We analyzed this area over here. We saw a breakup structure. We analyzed how the market came above. All right, I sent you guys this video on how you would have anticipated this need retest into this area. And now we can see that the market is creating whatever this is. Okay, so that's what we want to analyze today, and that's what we want to look into today. So let's delete things that are not relevant first. This was a trade yesterday that I sent to the B group. All right, it came all the way into this area over here. These lows over there. This was a simple trade that we actually analyzed this on the live video actually. Okay, so you can see that the market had one touch, second touch, impulses and corrections, higher highs and higher lows. Okay, this is a textbook setup. Literally, we had an impulsive break of the low. The market came back in and traded here, and then we had a push to the downside. Okay, so on the free Telegram group, this is what we wanted to see. We want to see the market come back into this area, analyze how the market is approaching this area, and then from there we wanted it to shoot down. So this was a clean, I think it was a clean 62 pips. Yeah, that was nice. We had 62 pips on GJ, and then I said if you like to hold for this take profit here, you can more than welcome hold for this low, and the market did also come into that area. So that's cool. That's nice. Okay, let's go back to the day. Let's go to the daily time frame. Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice setup. That's a very nice setup over there. That's nice. Okay, so first of all, let's take note of this high, because on the weekly time frame, it looks like we definitely closed above that high. Okay, so on the weekly, we closed above this close of candles resistance, and you can see when we closed above on the weekly, we just have it as a wick. So we do expect the market to push to the upside on the weekly. All right, but let's see if our daily time frame is also saying the same thing. Our daily time frame is creating kind of an ascending channel, if you really look at it. On the daily time frame, okay, if you take a look at the daily, we can call this a daily previous resistance. This is a previous daily resistance. Now, if we zoom in and you take a look at how yesterday's candle closed, okay, you also expect this next candle to fill this in. And you can also see that we're below this resistance. See, so on the 4H, if we see a break of structure or the price creating lower lows and lower highs, we know that for today we're selling. Let's go down to the 4H. Okay, on the 4H, what's going on? We impulsed up, created a higher low. We did not create a higher high. So we have a resistance over here on the 4H, and we have a key support area on the 4H. So the break of structure took place at that daily candle resistance. So let's call this a BOS for 4H. So if I have a break of structure over here, all I'm waiting for is this candlestick here to close bearish, and there's a reversal candlestick. This is not a reversal candlestick, so I could not sell. If this candlestick here closes as a reversal candlestick in 1 hour and 22 minutes, maybe if it closes as a hangman candlestick, if we can push price back, I'll be taking a look at some sells on GJ. Straight back into this area over here. That's what I would be doing for GJ. If it doesn't, let's go on to the 1H and see if there's anything more that we can take a look at. Okay, here's the trade scenario that you guys can use for today for GJ. If price comes back above here, I'm going to take this as an impulsive movement, and then I'm going to take that as a break of a high, and then I'm going to take that as price coming back into this area. That's the first scenario. But on the 4H, if price stays below the zone over here, I am going to be selling back. That's what I'm doing. Does the buys more look like a high probability? But if for some reason the 4H does close below here, I'm going to be selling. Because if we look at the previous 4H, this previous 4H here closed bullish. See, so this could be a retest of something and then the market coming back into this area. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take this as my key area on the 1H. All right, so go on your 1H and then you're going to write this down as, come here, put your alert in, and then you're going to write this as a potential bias for GBPJPY. Okay, so those are my potential buys for GJ. If I do not receive that alert by London Open, I know price is still below here, so I'm looking for some sells. But the buys look pretty heavy. I'm not gonna lie, the buys look pretty juicy. If you trade trend lines, you can do this. All right, wait for the market to break out, come back for the retest, because that'll also mean the break of this high. All right, come back for a retest, and you can take a nice little high probability setup into this area over here. So I'll jump into my 15 minutes and then look for a nice trade over here. For sales on the 4H, 4H is what is key. We need this 4H candle to close for us to really know what's going on. If it closes below, need sell, need sell, need sell. That's how I'll be looking at GJ today.
Well, that's good, YouTube. So this is part two of the video, and it's currently 12 a.m. in South Africa. So when I recorded the first video, obviously it was in the AMs. I think it was about 6 a.m., 5 a.m. actually, when I was recording the video, where we spoke about how we wanted to see the buys playing out first and how the buys were probably, well, not probably, but how the buys were a high probability setup or a high probability trade. All right. So we wanted to see buys coming above this area. Then we wanted to put a stop loss in this area over here, and we wanted to buy into this resistance. All right. So what happened was that when news hit, the market did exactly that. All right. And then we also had the selling setup. So we said to ourselves earlier that we did have sales overall. So we wanted price to come back into this area over here. And then we wanted to sell all the way back down into the support area over here with the tight stop loss. Okay, we did speak about that, and that is exactly what happened later on. So the market dropped down, came back into that area up there for a retest, and then as you can see, the market is gone straight to take profit. So what's very important to understand, guys, is that in the morning, all you want to do is that you want to come and get details based on the daily time frame, right? The daily time frame is key because it's going to give you an understanding or a perspective of what's supposed to happen for the day. So if you take a look at the daily time frame and what we had spoken about earlier, we say that this daily time frame candlestick should come and fill in the rest of this candle. All right. We also spoke about how we had a resistance in this area and this candlestick closed below. So we obviously wanted to see price continuing to follow through into the downside. All right. So that was GBPJPY. I hope you learned something from the part two, both part one and part two. Try to keep it as simple as possible and put as much information as possible for you guys to learn. I will see you guys in the next video.